كلما أضاء لهم مشوا فيه وإذا أظلم عليهم قاموا ولو شاء الله لذهب بسمعهم وأبصارهم إن الله على كل شيء قدير. يا أيها الناس اعبدوا ربكم الذي خلقكم والذين من قبلكم لعلكم تتقون. الذي جعل لكم الأرض فراشا والسماء بناء وأنزل من السماء ماء فأخرج به من الثمرات رزقا لكم فلا تجعلوا لله أندادا وأنتم تعلمون. وإن كنتم في ريب مما نزلنا على عبدنا فأتوا بسورة من مثله وادعوا شهداءكم من دون الله إن كنتم صادقين. فإن لم تفعلوا ولن تفعلوا فاتقوا النار التي وقودها الناس والحجارة أعدت للكافرين. وبشر الذين آمنوا وعملوا الصالحات أن لهم جنات تجري من تحتها الأنهار كلما رزقوا منها من ثمرة رزقا هذا الذي رزقنا من قبل وأتوا به متشابها ولهم فيها أزواج مطهرة وهم فيها خالدون. إن الله لا يستحيي أن يضرب ما بعوضة فما فوقها فأما الذين آمنوا فيعلمون أنه الحق من ربهم.
Alright, let's find and look at some pairs so we can get some trades going. Let me open OBS, check my hair is like at least behaving semi-normally. Alright, let's go pair hunting.
بعد ميثاقه ويقطعون ما أمر الله به أن يوصل ويفسدون في الأرض أولئك هم الخاسرون. كيف تكفرون بالله وكنتم أمواتا
If you're new to the stream, do leave a hi in the chat or like a I don't know, type 69 or something.
ثم إليه ترجعون. هو الذي خلق لكم ما في الأرض جميعا ثم استوى إلى السماء فسواهن 7 سماوات وهو بكل شيء عليم. وإذ قال ربك للملائكة إني جاعل في الأرض خليفة قالوا أتجعل فيها من يفسد فيها ويسفك الدماء ونحن نسبح بحمدك ونقدس لك قال إني أعلم ما لا تعلمون وعلم آدم الأسماء
Are we going to get a trade soon?
كلها ثم
still quite a
عرضهم
way away.
على الملائكة فقال أنبئوني
You're telling me USD CHF?
بأسماء هؤلاء
Taken.
إن كنتم صادقين قالوا سبحانك لا علم لنا إلا ما علمتنا إنك أنت العليم الحكيم.
See what else we can find. Oh, are we going to get something soon? No. Bit late, a couple candles. Shame, because it looks like a nice move. But then, odd NZD doesn't actually move very far. Like, even if it gets all the way down. Oh, I guess it's still 10 pips. Nice. It'd be nice if it goes up.
أعلم غيب السماوات والأرض وأعلم ما تبدون وما كنتم تكتمون وإذ قلنا للملائكة اسجدوا لآدم فسجدوا إلا إبليس أبى واستكبر وكان من الكافرين وقلنا يا آدم اسكن أنت وزوجك الجنة وكلا منها رغدا حيث شئتما ولا تقربا هذه الشجرة فتكونا من الظالمين فأزلهما الشيطان عنها فأخرجهما مما كانا فيه وقلنا اهبطوا بعضكم لبعض عدو ولكم في الأرض مستقر ومتاع إلى حين فتلقى آدم من ربه كلمات فتاب عليه إنه هو التواب الرحيم قلنا اهبطوا منها
let's continue looking for trades again. Couple candles late. How far has it moved? 11 pips already. This is just moving.
فلا خوف عليهم ولا هم يحزنون والذين كفروا وكذبوا
things are starting to move.
That'd
been a nice trade.
أولئك أصحاب النار هم فيها خالدون.
The correlation between WTI and NZD-JPY is really high. The chart's very similar.
اذكروا نعمتي التي أنعمت عليكم وأوفوا بعهدي.
Damn, that must be like 15 pips already. 17.
أوف بعهدكم وإياي
Sheesh, gold.
وآمنوا بما أنزلت مصدقا لما معكم ولا تكونوا
We're a little bit late this morning. I should have started like 30 minutes ago.
تشتروا بآياتي ثمنا قليلا وإياي فاتقون.
Right, I'm gonna go quickly have a drink. I'll be back in 2 seconds.
وتكتموا الحق وأنتم تعلمون وأقيموا الصلاة وآتوا الزكاة واركعوا مع الراكعين أتأمرون الناس بالبر وتنسون أنفسكم وأنتم تتلون الكتاب أفلا تعقلون واستعينوا بالصبر والصلاة وإنها لكبيرة إلا على الخاشعين الذين يظنون أنهم ملاقو ربهم وأنهم إليه راجعون. يا بني إسرائيل اذكروا نعمتي التي أنعمت عليكم وأني فضلتكم على العالمين واتقوا يوما لا تجزي
I mean, technically we're into New York session.
شيئا ولا يقبل منها شفاعة
But I guess it's also kind of in between sessions, like it's mid-session volume.
ولا هم ينصرون وإذ نجيناكم من آل فرعون يسومونكم سوء العذاب يذبحون أبناءكم ويستحيون نساءكم وفي ذلكم بلاء من ربكم عظيم وإذ فرقنا بكم البحر فأنجيناكم
I'm just looking for the fresh trades that we can take more while we're on stream.
آل فرعون وأنتم تنظرون وإذ واعدنا موسى 40 ليلة ثم اتخذتم العجل من بعده وأنتم ظالمون ثم
New York session would started already, I think.
بعد ذلك لعلكم تشكرون
You'd think after like almost 2 years of living here, I'd know when the New York session starts.
لعلكم تهتدون وإذ قال موسى لقومه يا قوم
Okay, we're a bit early. It's 30 minutes to open still. So it's still London session technically. فتوبوا إلى بارئكم فاقتلوا أنفسكم ذلكم خير لكم عند بارئكم فتاب عليكم إنه هو التواب الرحيم وإذ قلتم يا موسى لن نؤمن لك حتى نرى الله جهرة فأخذتكم الصاعقة وأنتم تنظرون ثم بعثناكم من بعد موتكم لعلكم تشكرون وظللنا عليكم الغمام وأنزلنا عليكم المن والسلوى كلوا من طيبات ما رزقناكم وما ظلمونا ولكن كانوا أنفسهم يظلمون وإذ قلنا ادخلوا هذه القرية فكلوا منها حيث so we got 30 minutes until New York open.
وادخلوا الباب سجدا وقولوا حطة نغفر لكم خطاياكم وسنزيد المحسنين فبدل الذين ظلموا قولا غير الذي قيل لهم فأنزلنا على الذين ظلموا رجزا من السماء بما كانوا يفسقون وإذ استسقى موسى لقومه فقلنا
That's why we're probably, for like the next 30 minutes, we probably won't get much. It will probably just go consolidatory, and then we'll get something as it opens.
قد علم كل أناس مشربهم كلوا واشربوا من رزق الله ولا تعثوا في الأرض مفسدين.
Yeah, pretty much every session tends to open at 8, so its London session would be 8 London time, Tokyo is 8 Tokyo time.
So
So yeah, it is literally just 8 AM for everyone. But it's about to be 8 AM New York, so that's when it will be opening there.
قال أتستبدلون الذي هو أدنى بالذي هو خير.
But yeah, I'm expecting we're just going to get a little bit of consolidation. Maybe a couple of odd things that don't have USD in the name will start moving before we get into session. But what do you mean, what div pairs trade on? I'll be looking for trades on pretty much everything.
ذلك بما عصوا وكانوا يعتدون. إن الذين آمنوا والذين هادوا والنصارى والصابئين من آمن بالله واليوم الآخر وعمل صالحا فلهم أجرهم عند ربهم ولا خوف عليهم ولا هم يحزنون. وإذ أخذنا ميثاقكم ورفعنا فوقكم الطور خذوا ما آتيناكم بقوة واذكروا ما فيه.
This is gold. So the last few trades we had this one right here where you would have shorted. This one had some room. We then have this one right here which has even more room. Technically there is a secondary one here which again still has some room. Then we have this one here which has some room. This one here has a very, very tiny amount, but then it would have gone into a drawdown that's quite small, but then immediately goes up again. Then we have two more. We have one off of, oh no, just one more. One off of this candle, and then that runs all the way through to where we are on it right now. Oh yeah, sure. Let's put me in the bottom left, I guess.
أتتخذنا هزوا قال أعوذ بالله أن أكون من الجاهلين. قالوا ادع لنا ربك يبين لنا ما هي قال إنه يقول إنها بقرة لا فارض ولا بكر عوان بين ذلك فافعلوا ما تؤمرون. قالوا ادع لنا ربك يبين لنا ما لونها قال إنه يقول إنها بقرة صفراء فاقع لونها تسر الناظرين. قالوا ادع لنا ربك يبين لنا ما هي إن البقرة شابه علينا وإنا إن شاء الله لمهتدون. قال إنه يقول إنها
Can you explain how the indicator works? Yep, I'm just gonna quickly put a link in there.
قالوا الآن جئت بالحق فذبحوها وما كادوا يفعلون. وإذ قتلتم نفسا فادارأتم فيها والله مخرج ما كنتم تكتمون. فقلنا اضربوه ببعضها كذلك يحيي الله الموتى ويريكم آياته لعلكم تعقلون. ثم قست قلوبكم من بعد ذلك فهي كالحجارة أو أشد قسوة وإن من الحجارة لما يتفجر منه الأنهار وإن منها لما يشقق فيخرج منه الماء وإن منها لما يهبط من خشية الله وما الله بغافل عما تعملون أفتطمعون أن يؤمنوا لكم وقد كان فريق منهم
There must be a way of getting scroll text on here, but
ثم يحرفونه
can I lower
من بعد
that?
ما
Yes, I can.
عقلوه وهم يعلمون.
In fact, I can lower it down and just turn my speakers up. Better? So the way I'm using it, I'm literally using the moving average to give a direction, because the candle colours going white is non-directional. So they go white when they goes up, then it will go white when they go down, because it's based off of some probability things, not based off of direction or trend. So you have to be able to confirm your own trend. That's why I have the indicator set for the moving average, where I've just got it like ambiguous. So it's like the indicator itself is ambiguous, but because I have the indicator of the moving average, it's just going to filter them so I know which direction to look at. So how does the indicator work? The indicator is based off Bayesian probability mixed with a few, unfortunately, hard-coded. So I took Bayesian probability, I then went and used some machine learning tools outside of TradingView to get some rules and additions that it can go and add and create a set of probabilities and rules around that it can go and weight. Then I added that into the Bayesian probability to adjust the future and previous data so that it can refine what it wants to see. From that, you end up with an indicator which is using probabilities, but also AI driven, because it's using AI to help filter some of that probability and pick and choose what it wants to see. So all that happens, and the way I've coded it so it's more visual, is that when the probability of other things drops low enough, that's when the green line will drop, and as soon as it goes under the sort of smoothing line as such, that's where it hits its threshold of that's like where the threshold of probability is, and that's when it's telling you, hey, we've got a signal. And then all you have to do is determine whether you want up or down. But how much TP and stop loss depends what you're trading. I'm going a mix, so sometimes I will set it based off of, and I'll give some examples. So sometimes if it's a trade like this or like this, I often set it just above the high of the candle that the signal came on. So literally just the high of the candle plus a few pips of room. If I'm close to this, then I have a tendency towards setting it just past the moving average. And then sometimes, but less commonly, I'll just, if I'm close to like a previous sort of supply on demand area like this, I might set it above that. So it's changing depending on what I'm thinking, but all of them are correct. You just have to find what you like. And when it comes to take profit, with this we're aiming to take profits very quickly, so we're literally looking for sort of 2-3 candles worth. We don't look for very far. This is a pure I want to be in and out within a few candles tool. If we have to hold a little bit longer, then so be it, but ideally we want to be in and out very quickly. And even on the daily, it's like if you're entering a trade with this off the daily chart, you want to be out within sort of 2 to 3 days. A week at most, maybe. Does it work with indices? Yes. I've tested this pretty thoroughly on NAS, on Nifty, if you happen to trade Nifty, which is the Indian Stock Exchange. I've tested it on US 30. I will say with NAS, sometimes it can get a bit choppy. I tend not to trade the 5 minute on NAS. I would rather trade the 3 or the 1 minute, where the sort of on the 5 minute it can get a bit choppy, but then on the 3 and 5 minute it splits that back out into micro trends. So you'll end up with a little bit smoother movement. Takes a minute to load sometimes, but it's not that bad normally. What news have we got? We have this in about an hour. Currently got loads of British news, hence why the pound is going all over the place. But yeah, we'll take a good look at US 30 when we get there. Nothing interesting there, let's continue with that. S&P 500, sure. Let's just click on that one. Yeah, it's normally okay. When you see a gap, you can't trade it though. So for instance, this gap, you have to sit and wait. So we would be sitting and waiting for it to stop being a signal and then go back into being one later, but that's pretty clean. This is fine. Even this is okay because you can catch it on the other side. This is okay. This is fine if you're only looking for small, which we are only looking for small. That's not what I wanted. Even the moves down here should be okay. This one would have been almost zero drawdown. This one's zero drawdown too. This one is the first sell because it just crosses through. So yeah, there's your answer. Yeah, it's fine. Again, if you're seeing something like this, you can't trade it. If you're going to trade BTC on the 1 minute, we'd have to go to Heikin-Ashi candles where it becomes smooth. But generally, I would suggest not. Let's move back to regular candles. We can use Heikin-Ashis. That's fine for this. Although I don't like how they draw the price anyway, so that's why I tend not to use them. Okay, that's had a buy signal as well as that sell signal. Why did I place that sell signal? Alright, 5 minute chart. I imagine this will probably come up a little bit higher and then move down later. But also, we have got major news coming. No, there should be no adjustments as long as your settings are. As long as your settings are like this, you're good to go. Alright, let's try if I want to see Nifty because I haven't checked Nifty today. Okay, it's fine. Yeah. And where's my Euro USD there? Sure. Does anyone have any questions for me? Nice, comes up to a magic fib line and then just melts. How perfect. Right. I'm going to quickly go get rid of the stones from my dates. Seems like we can get out once the white candle stops. You will sometimes see just one white candle on its own. So for instance, if you look at this one, you'll see one white candle on its own, which is where it came up. And then the next two went down, but there was just one white candle on its own, and you'd be entering at the end of that. Is that the sound of reciting? Yes. It's al-Baqarah, which translates to the cow. It's literally like the longest surah. It's like 2 hours long. Or should we do 1-to-1? When you're scalping like this, it's easier just to be like, oh, I'm only going to take 5 pips, or I'm only going to take 10 pips, and I just jump in and out. I tend not to look at risk reward so much, because my goal is to have like a 90% win rate. And if you were to, in fact, let me just open this. So I have heard 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21 trades, and there is 1, 2, 3 losses in 21. So let me just full screen you. and I'm big. So literally, if I 1 loss, 2 losses, a third loss. So the win rate is high for a reason. Let's make me small again. That'll do. Yeah, so we're never going to enter on this candle because during the candle formation it can repaint, but in theory you could enter right here at the start of this one. Gold is just sitting there. It's pushed up a fair amount. We'll have to wait for it to move back down. I didn't go trade last night, but I can't remember where it was. Was it that one? No, it was lower than that. It was this one. Let's see how that looks right now. Oh, it would have been fine. Nice. Good. Yeah, gold, we've just got to sit and wait. Nothing other than that. So we're coming up to New York Open. We've got like another 7 minutes. Hopefully we can start finding some trades again. Yeah, it's kind of pushing down now, as we kind of thought it might. Just went and touched the moving average and moving back. Just need to find some trades. Did I test on any session? I tested mixed sessions because I feel like it's a necessity to test across different sessions. So it meant that I tested on some Asian sessions, I tested on London sessions, and I've tested on New York sessions. It's kind of rough because I have to then adjust my sleep schedule through the week to be able to get through all of them. But yes, I have tested across different sessions. Ah, you were a trade, but I'm not taking a BTC trade. So yeah, sessions were tested on. I even tested on like the less volatile periods out of session. I just try and get as much testing done as I can. So I test on Renko's, normal candles, Heikenashi's. I test on different indexes, stocks, like even conventional stocks, like I was testing on Pepsi and Tesla and stuff. If I jump to the daily, well, the weekly might be a bit high, but the daily on Pepsi, for instance, Tesla. Again, gaps throw it off, but in this case we had our signal before the gap, so you would have been fine anyway. And same here, the signal was before the gap. You just get in the last 5 minutes of the candle. I haven't taken my inhaler today. No wonder I can't breathe. How do I filter out a bad trade? I'm literally just taking pretty much every trade that's showing with my moving average. I'm not inherently worried about it. But you can just use anything you want to filter out. Any tool you want to filter out with, do it. I'm just keeping it really simple for everyone watching. Let me just go take my inhaler. Yeah, I'm just trying to keep everything simple for everyone, so when it comes to filtering, I've kept it dead simple and just used a moving average, but if there's other tools you want to play with, then do it. There is no one way to trade. Three more minutes. Then again, might hold out just till news. Like, we might not see anything until we've had the news move. Nice. Of course, we will be getting open in 2 minutes. Interesting to see if it pushes up or down. What prop firm do I suggest? Probably work okay with FTMO. I mean, it probably work alright with any of the ones that you trust, to be fair. Like, the small account I've been flipping, I've kept my drawdowns pretty low, and I'm still 100% up in just under 48 hours. Yeah, I can't imagine there's a prop firm that sticks to my mind particularly that's better than any other. Right, now we've got open. We'll see if this is going to move. Looks like it. We'll see if NAS is moving as well. Nah, NAS is stable. We might see that they'll move at news time instead. I just drew this. I didn't overly care. Like, I've just drawn it on the chart. It's not anything in particular I'm going for. Although in theory that's 18 pips if it hit that final number, but I'll probably close it before then. I just put it on the chart to visualize it for people. Because if I say, oh, I want to take a WTI short now, people won't necessarily visualize that. Or hold memory of where the position was. Okay, we might get a signal on here in the next couple of candles. Yeah, it's going to start moving a little bit more. Got to be very careful of GBP pairs for a bit. Oh! Added in the Euro news. Interesting. Interesting. So to raise interest rates, what they're raising them to. There are no alerts set for it because it's ambiguous in its direction. I didn't code alerts in. I can code just candles have gone white alert in, I guess, but it's not really something to alert because if you're gonna use it, you're gonna probably be sitting there. What was the number? Oh, official bank rate 4.5%. Okay. See if these are starting moving. Okay, US30 is starting to move short a little bit more, but nothing strong enough to worry about. That's moving up, you're doing nothing, you're doing nothing. You look like you're getting a short. And the DJY is a short. So I entered about here. Let's get the number. Where did I enter? 27. There. Something like that will do. Oh, we're also right at the 85 middle line. I forgot. I didn't even notice it was there. Oh well. Let's see if we break through it. Nothing there, nothing there. Close to a signal. Nothing for a bit. It's going to be a bit of a slow day, I feel. Which is annoying because it's the one day I'm streaming on YouTube, not in the Discord, but I would rather a active day. Scrolling text in OBS. Oh, okay. If, let's say, the white candle appear 2 or more, will you still be after 5 to 10 pips? Yes, because, and I'll give an example if I can find one quickly. Let's find the example I'm looking for. Okay, I'll just draw it. So sometimes what you'll get is you'll get a candle where it's a straight line. You might, in fact I'll do it in boxes. You might get a candle form where it's like this, it goes white. The next one might do this, still white. The next one might do this, still white. And then you might get another one, still white, which would mean you'd be well into loss. So you're far better just taking a few candles than you are holding the course. Where's the middle? There's the middle. There we go. Would it be fairly easy to get 10 to 20 pips a day? Yeah, it depends on the time frame. If you're on like the 1 minute chart, it might be a little bit more difficult, but on the 5 minute chart, I imagine it's probably much easier. Or if you're on like an hourly, then you should get like 20 to 40 a day probably. How's this looking? Still moving down. Actually it was down a little bit more earlier. Okay, things are just moving. You'll probably find that things are just waiting for the news. It's major news. OrdCAD. There's OrdCAD. Okay, my MetaTrader needs to load. Just wait on MetaTrader loading, and then I'll be able to take OrdCAD. Kind of tempted to close USD CHF, seeing as we do have major USD news. I'm just going to set my stop loss really close, I think. USD CHF, 1-5 position. Probably going to set it here so it's got some room. Stop loss 0.89. 31. This one's got a little breathing space. Let's see what we can find again. Was that getting closer? No. Okay. Yes, NZD CAD is now closed as a signal. Is that CAD news or is it just USD? Just USD. That is a buy technically. Do I want to take it? Probably shouldn't when there's news coming and I have positions anyway. We'll just sit and wait. 15 minutes, it's not hard to wait 15 minutes. I think if I was trading like a normal size account, I probably would have, but when I'm literally building a flip account from like I think it was $43, there's little point trading it to behave like that. I might as well just sit and wait the course. I mean, there's no need to. I mean, I took this one. Reality, I probably should have waited, but like, there's no need to add risk because it's not going to be able to predict the news. Although, yeah, we can take some good estimated guesses. There's no guarantees when it's news. Yeah, although the fact that we're pushing up can give us a good sign that we might see it move. What's in the DJPY doing? Woo! Yikes. It's a big old spike. The next bit of news is in 15 minutes. But why ends a DJPY spike when no news? Sheesh. Check Forex Factory because it'll tell you every piece of news that's coming up for like the next month. It just doesn't give you the numbers until their times because they don't have the numbers either. But why? What does it look like on the hourly? I mean, the hourly is still bearish, so. Do be wild in. Do you want to give me a reason why? Apparently not. The things we see. OrdCAD was another one. OrdCAD's just kind of sitting around. Forgot to actually write up my position. It's going to be somewhere. Where was it? 90420. Pretty wild spike. It's interesting. Spine clicks. There's going to be a fire alarm. I can hear it. My fire alarm makes a sound before it goes off, which means someone has set it off. Might be in one of the other buildings. If it goes off, then I'll mute my mic. But I can hear the, alarming sound. CAD, okay. Why is the AI showing white as blue instead of white? It's nice. I want to know why NZD's moving so much. It looks like they disarmed the alarm because I can stop hearing it. This long candle, it's not the AI, that's my standard candle colours. I have blue and purple as my standard candle colours. Five more minutes till the new... 5 minutes till news. Though it'd be nice if I know why NZD and JPY started moving. Yeah, we've kind of just got to sit and wait for the news at this point. 4 minutes to go. Well, I'm going to see if I can find some snacks that fit my diet. It feels like there was NZD news with how everything has moved. What do you mean you found copyrighted audio? Literally, it can't be copyrighted audio. It's a reciting of the Quran. Sorry, YouTube was like, we've temporarily paused your stream for copyrighted audio. It's like, for what? Have a good day. I'm just waiting this 1 more minute for news. See what we get given. Let's put it on a chart. Let's see what this one's going to be. 49 seconds. Have a good day. Let's see, what do we get? 28 seconds, 25. I'm going to count it in. Do from like 10 probably. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Down. Good. Nice to see you essentially predicted the news. NZD JPY is now ripping down as well. It's annoying. You are ripping to the moon. Euro USD, I imagine, pushing, yeah. It's a DUSD. Sheesh! Sheesh! World USD, yep. How many pips is that? 15 already. It's nice and big. We predicted the news right. We, inverted commas. How did we predict the news? We didn't. We just followed what we were told. Technically did not predict the news. It just did what it was expected to do. No, we can explain it a little bit deeper. Right. Price is high. So price over the last few hours has moved up. We knew we had major news today. Normally when price moves up before news, it's going to probably come back down after news. So you can consider that this is like going and finding the stop losses, then we bring the price back down on unexpected news. But then further than that, if we go down to some of the lower time frames, we can see things like, well, we'd rounded nice and neatly. We'd broken under our moving average, which we've been using as our critical line. We then had a nice clean rejection off the 5 minute. So we knew that leading towards the session open, so this was pre-session open, we were going this way. Normally that means on session you're going to want to go the other way. So pre-session we've done that. Then we got into session. Like as we were getting right into session, we start moving down. We then pulled back just before the news, so chances are we're then going to be moving down. So now hopefully we can get a little bit further. Make ourselves happy. I mean, that is probably already 10 pips, I think. Yeah, just about. So yeah, for us it was not overly wild to predict the news. Also, we have indicators that are smarter than we are because it's used concepts from machine learning which humans don't tend to do. So it probably knows something that we don't. Although it's not reading the news or anything, it's tested itself and is aware. Down, please. Down, please. I want to get a little bit more and then I'll close it. So Euro USD is doing nothing. Nice. Could take an odd ends at D position if you wanted it. On the higher time frames, it's probably looking quite good here, so it should be a smooth move. Uh, 611 for me, so that's where I am. Stop loss would be somewhere. Take profit can be somewhere else. So yeah, that was a nice easy news play. Just want to get the next few candles to go in our favour, like so. Again, this moved up before news, so it's a pretty good idea that maybe you're going to go down. Nice. A little bit of spiking. That will probably go and fill this wick, to be fair. So the important thing to note here is, if I grab the right tool, this wick fills, like, goes and retests. This wick, so in theory, we've had the break, that's this candle. This wick has come up, retested, and now it has the room to move down further. Nice, I can keep moving. That's moving nicely. Let's see what Euro USD is doing. Moving up. This might give us a signal at the end of this candle, which would be nice. It's moving down, that's just doing its thing, came all the way back. Too many things to take. This should go a bit further, I imagine. At least to hit the take profit that I'd written at 18.7. That's pretty good going. Technically that would have been another entry, so you could have an entry here. Don't think I'd want to, but you could. Reversed. Okay. Do be like that sometimes. Can we get anything else good? I guess we might as well wait 10 seconds for the candles to close and we can grab entries. Alright, new candle, let's go. See, that closed as an entry. Technically for a buy. Would you even want to buy that? The fuck? No. Let's sell it. I wouldn't want to buy it. But it probably knows something we don't. GJ is a sell. God, you can tell my hatred for GJ, it's not even my pair list. Short GJ. Can we get anything else from this? Probably not. No. Let's actually look at the results. Worse than expected. Worse than expected. Okay, sure. Well, that was a hard day. Just following what we're told. look at GJ, because I imagine that's where the interesting stuff's going to happen. Might get a trade on that then. Does anyone have any questions for me? Is there anything we want? I imagine this will probably come up and now push all the way back down through. CAD, moving up, nice. Nice, if you entered here off that one, it would have been pretty good. Good. I actually didn't set a stop loss on this one, so for me I am now in profit, which is nice. That's also running in profit at 185. Well, if there's no questions, then I might move on with my day and we can go and do something else. We'll use this video as a reference for how we're playing with the indicator. Also, the thing to note is the risk management. Because I'm only scalping for very small amounts, my risk management, I'm not at, and with very short time frames involved, my risk management is very, very different because I'm also doing it for an account flip. Because it's an account flip, you've got to take a little bit more anyway. My account flip, I'm currently using 0.05 lots, and I've been using that from around $50, and currently as the account's approaching $100, I'm still using 0.05 lots. I will increase in lot size probably around 120 to 150, but yeah, for now I'm still using 0.05 lots, an account balance of 50 to now is 95. So yeah, that is my generalized concept for how I'm just going to slowly scale this account with a bit of a flip in mind. We'll see how far we go. Right, I will see you all in the next one. I hope you have great days wherever you are in the world, and I'll see you probably in the Discord next. Ciao ciao, don't forget to click the links in the description below.